Yeah, man, it's messed up. And I guess the weird part for me is they have him on all these extortion charges. And like for example, like he knew me. He knew that I was functioning in LA. He knew where my studio was. He knew that a lot of money was being made here. He could have tried to do something, oh, you need to start paying tax or whatever. None of that. Zero. Zilch. Never even a hint of that in any of our conversations. Ever. So I don't know. So when I heard about the extortion thing, I'm like, and I heard it was like for street vendors or something like that, like just people who don't really even have a lot of money, might not even be here legally. It's like, why would you go after these guys? There's all these big dogs out here that are actually making millions of dollars, like that you could actually, probably even get them to just hand it over as a consulting fee or whatever. So I don't know. I really
Well,
don't
I was
know.
surprised when they said the athletes, because I thought the athletes was just supporting his youth center, because what he was doing with the kids, I thought was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Every time I saw him, he had a bunch of these little bitty kids that was playing football and basketball, and I was shocked, to
Yeah.
find out that they say he was also extorting football players and basketball
I
players.
mean, was it really extorting or was it like, hey, can you donate? All right, cool, I'll donate. How is that, is that extortion or is that a phone call?
Well, it's the conversation. You got to hear the whole conversation.
I suppose. I
I couldn't
suppose, man.
say just from the indictment. If you see the indictment, it was pretty substantial. The indictment, and you'd have to piece the conversation together, hear the tapes, to see the tone of the voice, um, the whole 9 yards.
Well, Big U is 58 years old. Do you think that at this point in his life, he's approaching retirement age, like with this many charges, you're not looking at like a 2 or 3 year plea.
No,
You're probably looking at what, like a 20
life.
year. So this is life. I mean, listen, even 20 years at this point is life,
Yeah, it would be life for
right?
him.
You're 78 years old and you get out. I mean,
But the kind of charges that I saw in the indictment, those are life sentence charges.
life sentence charge.
Yeah.
Do you think that Big U ultimately at this point in his life, at his age, the fact that he has kids and so forth, will try to cooperate to try to just make a lot of these things go away and actually get a release date home?
I don't think he could do that.
Why is that?
I don't think the government would go for it.
Really?
No. Because when you read his indictment, the kind of crimes that they're alleging that he done are the kind of crimes, the people that they don't want on the street.
Okay, but let's just say, hypothetically, I have no idea about what Big U knows or doesn't know or whatever else. But let's just say he's like, listen, I know of 10 murders. I'll give you details on all 10 of them.
Yeah, that changes things.
See what I'm saying? 10 murders. I know who did it. I know when they did it. I had a conversation with them afterwards. I'm willing to take the stand, write a statement, blah, 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 blah. They could all call me a snitch, put me in. Well, can you put something like a Big U in protective custody? Because, he is fairly recognizable at this point. I feel like you throw him anywhere.
That changes things. I mean, when you say that, yeah, that probably would be tempting to a prosecutor.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's what Terrence Gangster Williams did, essentially. He cooperated on 40 murders. 40 murders. Now, his friends were all dead at the time, but some of those were situations where he pulled the trigger himself as well. But every one of those murders checked out. He had to meet with the families. That was, obviously very, very weird, but at the end of the day, it all checked out and he got out.
Well, we talked about that earlier though. With the prosecutions, they wanna, if you can take them 10 murders, that would give them the kind of recognition and the kind of clout that they
yeah.
seek.
We got Big U, the alleged leader of the Rolling 60s, to cooperate on 10 murders.
Yeah.
Front page headlines. He's the new Sammy the Bull.
I think that's kind of far-fetched though. I mean, that is not something that, I don't know. Anything's possible, but I don't see that as something that would be Uh, I don't think that would happen.
No?
Nah.